The bakers are making the best moves in the kitchen.
Hello, I'm Ron, I'm a baker, and I'd like to welcome you to Trade Secrets.
Bread making is a really slow process. You have to wait a long time for the dough to rise. So why not heat the flour first? Place it into the microwave on full power for a minute. If you haven't got a microwave, just put it into the bottom of a saucepan over a low heat, give it a stir, just warm it through, and it really gives the bread a kick-start.
Fresh eggs. But how do we know they're really fresh? Easy. Put it in a bowl of water. Old eggs will float on the top. Really fresh eggs sink to the bottom. Obviously fresh.
To make good flavoured bread, you need a certain amount of humidity in the oven. This can be achieved by a container of any kind, put in the oven with some water at the time you set the bread. Keep the oven temperature a bit lower than usual, leave it in for longer, and you'll get a loaf with a good shiny crust and a beautiful flavour.
A quick one for you this. After you've lined your pie, place to one side for about an hour and allow the pastry to dry and form a nice seal. When you put the filling in, you won't allow it to soak into the pastry and make your pie all nasty and soggy.
When you want to stone cherries, take a hairpin, bend the end, press it into a cork, and there you have your cherry stoner. It goes into the cherry, under the stone and out. Into the cherry, round the stone and out. As simple and as easy as that.
Have you ever had one of those horrible feelings when you wonder if you've put yeast into your dough? Here's how to check. Take a very small piece, drop it into some hot water, and if there's yeast in there, it will rise slowly to the surface.
Leftover dough, throw it away? No, I'll show you what to do. Make a really quick and easy bread. A naan bread, really simple. Get the dough really thin by rolling it out and then pulling it between your hands like that onto a baking tray, brushed with olive oil, and just place it under a really hot grill. It'll give you a fantastic bread to have with salad.
Have you ever made some pastry and then can't find the rolling pin? What better than perhaps using a bottle? Not any bottle because of its shape, but a claret bottle or a port bottle, nice and straight, filled with warm water. That makes it easier to roll out. With a cork in the top, stops the water coming out. A little flour stops it sticking. On with the bottle, and very easy, very quick, and so simple to do.
Now feel sure that you've all burnt custard in the bottom of a pan. A little tip here that ensures that you will never burn custard again. Take your pan and always put your sugar in first. Then add the milk. And place on the heat. Now feel sure that you'll never burn that pan and you'll never have to scrub another pan with milk burned in the bottom of it again.
Meringue making involves a lot of whisking, so to make it easier, we add a pinch of sugar at the beginning.
The secret of good royal icing is that it has to be beaten well, so well that an average kitchen machine won't do it enough. Here, however, is the answer. A variable speed drill with the beater from the machine in it, and away we go.
Told you so.
To make a perfect shaped Swiss roll, turn the sponge out onto a sugared cloth. Take the end, fold over a centimetre just to get it started. Draw the cloth towards you, putting a little bit of pressure on to roll the Swiss roll up into a cylinder. Perfect, isn't it?
Why not try something different? Flavouring caster sugar with rose petals. All you do is stack them up in the jar, leave them for 2 days or even a week, depending on how strong you like the flavour, and then just sift them out. Absolutely wonderful, sprinkled on the top of pancakes. Delicious.
I want to keep these vol au vents for 2 or 3 days, but keep them nice and crispy. Take some salt in a container, cover the salt with a cloth, and then in go the vol au vents. On goes the lid, and they will remain nice and crispy because the salt absorbs the moisture in the air inside the container.
When cutting the edges off a pie, always have your knife angling outwards, like so. This is so that the pastry will grip the side of the plate and it will stop it from shrinking inside.
Currants and sultanas are dried fruit, and if added to a cake just like this, will make it very dry. They absorb the moisture out of the batter, so you must wash that fruit, then leave it to stand for a week, so it all plumps up, lovely and moist, and you'll therefore end up with this cake that's also moist to eat, and moist on the palate.
Most people haven't got a turntable when they're coating their cake. Don't worry, here's an alternative. A little oil between 2 soup plates, a cloth to fill the gap and stop the cake skidding, and there is an ideal turntable.